Hello and welcome to my Griffin Indiana FS22 map tour. Now I've just started playing a Let's Play on this map, so I thought I would do a quick map tour to show everyone what it's about. So the map is by AjFarmer. It is based on a real place, Griffin, Indiana. So if you go on Google Maps you can actually see Griffin, Indiana, and it looks very similar to the map. AjFarmer has done a magnificent job of making it look exactly like it. It's really good. So we'll quickly sort of fly around the map and show like some of the key bits and everything to it. There are collectibles on this map, so you get coins. They are 500 for every coin you pick up. There are 100, and it's to do with a story about a Sasquatch or Bigfoot. So it's a fun little thing to do if you want to do it, and it's, if you get a 500 for each one, it's not giving you a massive amount of money by the time you found it all, but it's a good amount to start with if you want to do that game. So this is Main Street. You've got a grocery store sell point here and a diner sell point here as well as a gas station. And if we fly up, speed up a bit. So in this area we've got a motel. We've also got a laundrette where you can actually change what your character is wearing in game. We have another sell point there as a bowling alley. The interesting feature about the motel is you can actually buy this room here. If you go onto the map, you do have to zoom in, and it is this 100. So you can buy a motel room. So if you're doing something like roleplay or anything, you can put the, I think it's a mod by Alien Gym, where you can put a doormat down in front of that door and you can live in the motel. There's also ones up here which we'll get to show you after. It's a campground, so you get two areas which we'll get to. So it's similar, you can buy those areas. Now, you can buy all of these plots as well. A lot of these ones do have farmhouses and things in them, so it would be similar to renting out a hotel room. You're basically, you've got a farmhouse that you can't get rid of, so it's like you have that property, you could put a sleep marker down, you can roleplay that you're a farm hand or something like that. You can't get rid of the farmhouse and things on those properties. I think most of these here we'll go through and I'll show you which ones you can. For instance, I know 97 you can, and 56. Sorry, 97 and 56, there's nothing on them, so you can build whatever you want on that. And there are other ones up here that I've purchased as well, just to show you, just to kind of go into it. So you can, to get this area, you can buy and build there if you wish. These ones you can buy, but you can't really get rid of these properties. So again, it would just be for sort of roleplay that you want to do it. That one has also got trees on it, so you need to clear it. And this is kind of like one of the auxiliary farms. So there's about 8 different small farmland areas that you can buy. Well, I say farmland areas, I mean like little farms or part farms. They're not quite as big as the main farm, but you can buy them and use them for storing your farm equipment and things. So you have all these blocks here as well that we can buy, but you can't get rid of the products from it. So then we have our train station, great timing. The train is very long on this map, so you can send a lot of stuff on it, which is great. We'll come back and look at the sort of train station and the rental and things on that after. But this is essentially where you would take your grain to sell on the train. You can store it here. You can store it for a long time, but you do get charged a fee for it. You can also buy things from this point here. So if you're needing wheat for your chickens or feed for pigs or something like that, you can buy it from here. Now this is the vehicle shop, where you can get everything that you need to run your farm. The point to mend or sell anything is just down there. And yeah, this is the kind of the main hub of the map, to be honest. Now if we go out this way, this area is also for sale, so you can buy this. Another great area next to this area if you want to do a farm that's just in the sort of town. So then we have the animal dealer. So you can sell bales here, silage and things like that as well. Purchase your animals. I think you can also get manure and associated things with your animals from here. Now we just go along this road quickly so we don't have to come back. You got the sawmill, which you can buy as a production, or you can just deliver to it if you wish. And then we have another auxiliary farm that you can buy the area for. This one's quite good because you get this whole bit here as well, so you can actually expand this one quite substantially. So we'll nip back to town now. And we'll swing a left up here. And we'll just do the train area and the biogas for now. This is the train rental down here. And then you have, this is like a bulk buy area. So you can buy lime, fertilizer, seeds, anything you want here. It's 5% cheaper than buying it from the shop. So you do get a saving. So over time that'll mount up massively. We also have a water buy point here. And we have our biogas down this way, which we can buy. It is expensive. It is 950,000, I believe, to buy the biogas plant on this map. You can still deliver to it if you don't own it, but you won't get the full benefits that you would from owning it. There's a shed here. There's an EV charge point and a biomethane refill point down here too. There's also a ramp for the train, so if you want to load lumber or pallets onto it, you can do it here. And we have a debris crusher, so you can put your field stones into here and get lime out. There's a silage pit here, or silage silo if you wish, which does leave quite a bit of area. Imagine if you probably want to do a bit more than that, because that will take a lot of silage, but yeah, you would want more. So the point for the train rental is just here. It is $100 an hour, I believe, to get it. It does come every 15 minutes, so like that train's just passed, it's not going to come around for another 15 minutes. That's not in-game time, that's just actual time, so it is quite infrequent. So when you do rent it, which I have done on my Let's Play, it does take quite a while to come. But when it does come, it is huge. As you've seen it going past, there are a lot of carriages on it, it can take a lot of material. So if you're looking to hold stuff to sell at the best possible price, you can get a lot on that train. Now, if we go up this way, we have a dairy just on the corner here. This little slither of land can be purchased as well. So can everything up to those red buildings there and the fire station. So there are a few down here that are kind of empty. You do have a weird field here in this one, so that would be quite a good like roleplay thing if you just got that field. This area here is like almost specifically for you putting down any productions or something you want. It's like an industrial lot. That doesn't mean to say that you can't put anything on the other bits that are like that. Now these are all like the sort of town buildings. You've got a fire station, sort of town hall, and this is the farmer's market. So you can, this is another sell point here. Then you've got other plots. Again, all the way up. Another auxiliary farm here that you can buy. And we have, yeah, a few more plots. And you can buy the whole of the baseball field for 5 million. So I'm not sure if you're that fan of baseball, but it's very expensive. Another auxiliary farm here. This one comes with this whole field, so it's quite expensive if you wanted to buy this area, because it does come with the field as well as this farm. Now we go this way, there are some more sell points and things up here. This area here is also just kind of regarded as an auxiliary farm, I believe. Then you can just buy this section. It is quite big, so you can take down the tree and you can put a silo there as well, which is pretty good. Now all the way to the right is just big fields. They are massive fields. Just the good thing about this map is you get a good amount of big fields, and you also get a decent amount of sort of smaller fields which are kind of up this way, and maybe some here. So it's a very nice mix of field sizes, especially for an American map, because a lot of American maps just focus on the bigger fields, but this one's got kind of a blend of both. Now here we've got our spinnery for selling our wool and cotton. And if we head up here, there is the grain mill. So you can deliver here just as a sell point, or you can purchase it for, I think it's 125,000, and you can convert it and use it as a grain mill, which is very convenient. It's another production site that we can use. There's a lot of trees on this map. I believe it's 10,700 total. So if you wanted to plant trees, you'd have to cut down approximately 3,000, I believe, to actually hit the target. If you're playing on PC or Mac, you can get the More Trees mod, which will allow you to do more. If you're looking to plant some trees straight away, you will not be able to. There are just too many on the map. That being said, I do like that because the forests look amazing. Like, they just look super realistic. It's probably one of the best sort of forests and things that you can like drive through, which I'll show you when we go to the campground. But if you're just sort of flying over here, this is probably your best area for doing forestry because it has a lot of the sort of pine trees and things in it, which are just easier to handle. Now the price for these ones starts quite cheap as well. Like, forestry is obviously going to be a lot bigger now that Platinum's out, and it is basically a forestry upgrade. And this map has the capability of handling the Platinum upgrade very well because you've got Field 106. It's a 2 acre field for 40,000, just under 40,000, and it's got a lot of pine trees in it. Then you can get 167 for the next one, and then you've got the big Field 34 for almost 400,000. So it goes up in nice price increments. So this whole area up the top has a mixture of sort of meadow and woodland. But this area here is the main sort of forestry area that you would want to look at because it has those sort of pine trees, the ones that you would expect to get from doing forestry. So there are 3 fields here that are laid out to grass with a lot of sort of meadow grass and hardwood trees between them. Another farm here that you can start. But this is like the whole section of the north of the map is this sort of area. And as I say, the forests are amazing on this map. It's done a really, really good job on it. And then we have another sort of mapped out field here, but there's so much scope to sort of create your own fields and everything on the top end. It's almost like a semi-wilderness. And even the paths up through here are just brilliant. So then the area to the left is the main farm that you get, or can get, depending on what you start with. So I'm just sort of flying over the top end of the map and just kind of showing you the forest area. We're going to go down to the campground, which is just down here. Yeah, this, I would highly recommend getting an ATV, or even like the motorbike mod, and just driving through these woods. They're so good. You can see there are some trees here that will be decent for you to harvest and use for forestry, but most of them are deciduous trees which you can harvest, but it can be a bit annoying and you can't really get much for the wood. You're better just wood chipping them. So the campground, you can buy 2 areas. You can buy 101 and 99. Now, to see where they are, so 101 is this area here. So it's like a very sort of rustic rural place that you could put down a trailer, anything like that. It's kind of next to the car park, kind of off the beaten trail. And then you've got 99, which is this strip here, which is more in the kind of campground area. And again, you could easily fit a trailer in that space, and it could be whatever roleplay you wanted to do with it. Even put tents down that we can use. Yeah, really cool idea. It just really adds to the map. But again, get an ATV, go through this forest, it's amazing. Quickly go down here because I don't think I showed you this is another auxiliary farm. Yeah, so this one is this whole area and into the woods. So it's quite expensive for what you get here. You're going to have to want to do something with the wood to really justify buying that. There's one more auxiliary farm which I'm not showing you, which I'll quickly go and show you before I show you the main farm area. Okay, so this is the last auxiliary farm at the bottom of the map. So really, once you get past the main sort of main street, right at the bottom of Main Street, You've got these big fields to the left and big fields to the right, and then there's this little pocketed farm right down here. It does come with this massive field. So it is quite expensive, but you do get a decent bit of area with it. And you obviously get 2 buildings and your farmhouse. So it's quite good. And it is kind of tucked away at the south side of the map where nothing else really is. So we'll go up to the main farm now and show you everything that's there. So this is the main farm here. You get all of these buildings on it when you buy the land on any of the modes you start on, whether it's new farmer, farm manager, or start from scratch. So you get all of these, you get a production facility for fermenting your grass, you get a barn, lovely vehicle storage, another smaller garage, and then a garage that has a maintenance area as well, a silo, and a house. Now it is a bit weird, I'll show you on the map. So if you're starting as a new farmer, you get this area, this whole area, and then this area where your farm is. But it is a bit weird. So this area, area 50, has fields 35 on it, which is fine, makes sense. But then field, or area 45, it's like a split. So you get half of this field, and then this bit's on half of this bit. It's a little bit weird. It works if you're buying this whole thing and this, but splitting it up, you'd have to maybe make it look a bit better, move a fence and something like that, just so you know where you're actually at. That's my only sort of little thing that I've noticed when I've been playing the map a little bit. It does seem a bit weird how you would probably have thought that they could have maybe made this one field and this another, or just make it one big field. I don't know, but it is a little bit strange having that massive field kind of broken into 2. But you do get on New Farmer a decent amount of area to start with, as in terms of this field over here is huge. On my Let's Play, I got, I think it was about 1 million litres of grass off of it, just taking it how it is with the meadow grass. It's ridiculous. It's really, it's deceivingly big almost. And then you get a nice sized field there, which is a nice shape as well if you like using AI workers like myself, because it's nice and square. So I do really like this map. It took me a while to pick a map to do in my Let's Play, and I'm really glad I found this one, and it's everything I wanted for in a Let's Play map for me. So if you'd like to see more videos on this map, if you just hit the subscribe button, you'll be able to see all my Let's Plays when they come out. The things I like about the map is I really like maps that are based on real places, and this is just really good for that. It really matches it. You can really go and look on Google Maps and see it, and it's like, wow, that's like exactly the same. It's also got a really good blend of things that you can do with Farming Simulator. So as in terms of just fully going on the arable side with looking at crops and harvesting them, or your animal husbandry. Yes, there's not any animal husbandry places placed on the map, but there's so many places you could put them. It's, yeah, and forestry as well. You've got that lovely forest down the far end over that way, which is affordable land as well, and you can kind of build it up and scale it up. The only issue is you have a lot of trees to get through before you can plant any more. But I would take that sacrifice for the fact that the forest looks so good. I know I've said about 3 times now. But honestly, take an ATV and just go through the woods. It's honestly really good. It just looks so cool. So what I'll do to finish is we'll just show you what equipment that you actually get on New Farmer. So if you start with Farm Manager, you obviously don't get any equipment. You can buy this area though, as I said. But with New Farmer, you do start with Dutch Far 49 HCS and the header and header trailer that goes with it. You get a 3-meter cultivator, the Ray BG3/9. You get a 3-meter seeder, the Nordstein HK25. I think that might be the actual bit on the front of it. But yeah, you get a 3-meter seeder with it. So everything's kind of geared up to a smaller farm operation, yet you get massive bits of land. So yeah, it's tough even on New Farmer. You get the John Deere ATV. You get the Welger trailer, which I think's got 12,000 or 14,000 capacity, which is pretty good. You get John Deere 7810, really nice tractor that one. And you get the Lizard 1986 pickup. New farmer, you obviously get the equipment. With farm manager and start from scratch, you don't. But everything is here, like I said. If we go into the map, so to buy that area that we looked at with the silo and things on, it's almost 700,000. The area just above is almost 500, and just over 300 for the area with field 35 in it. So all in all, that would take all your budget away from your 1.5. But if you take that off, then you would be able to get some equipment with that. Not much, but you'd be able to get some. So that's going to be it for this map tour video. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Also consider subscribing if you like the content. We do a let's play on this map every single week. I think we're on week 3 at the moment. I'm not sure how many weeks we'll do of it. We've just started, so we've got a lot to do. It's busy, busy, busy. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye.